Daytona Tower, this is Aztec 229 Delta Sierra overhead. We have issues with our gear. We do not want to declare an emergency because there's so much goddamn paperwork involved. We're 229 Delta Sierra, cancel your landing clearance, climb maintain 1000, and able to overfly 7 left at 1000. We'll check the gear for you right now. Greetings simmers and welcome to the reaction review. Today we're going to look at the Aztec 250F in Daytona Beach International Airport in America, USA, United States of America. Don't forget to wait towards the end of the video because I've got something very interesting to show you that happened in Daytona Beach back in the day. The ALABEO PA23 Aztec F has custom sounds which are brilliant. It has volumetric side view pop effect, high quality 3D model and textures as you can see, highly accurately reproduced flight characteristics, which I also agree with, and it's 64-bit compatible. This version I'm running it on is X-Plane 11. It does say it's only works for X-Plane 10.5, but it works fine in my machine. The reason I bought this PA23 purely was because I was going to hop into the real thing and do a year's flying in it, so I bought it, and I have to say it works really well for procedural training. It's really good to find out what's in the cockpit, what's where, and how it works. Let's have a look inside the cockpit. Everything is there that should be there. Everything works well, all the VORs, the ADFs, everything I can find does actually work, except the circuit breakers. Even the fuel system works brilliantly, so I leave that for you to discover. The back of the plane, who sits in the back? Well, nighttime, however, it is brilliant, and X-Plane 11 is made for nighttime, dusk, dawn flying. It's absolutely fantastic. Now you can adjust all those lights as much as you want, for bright or low as you require. I'm going to show you some things here that it really caught my eye. Some things on this simulator are really realistic to the real thing. Just to the side panel there, that's the autopilot. They give you these little options so you can change your views. Not too sure about changing your views because you already have that, but you can change the angle of the camera, the field of view, which is really very good. Look here. You can change your field of view, which is absolutely fantastic, and I like that. But there are some things here coming up that I'm going to show you that are really realistic, because I've got a lot of hours in this aircraft. Now, first off, let's start it up. Now, pay attention to the sound. I'll let you know. Let's do some flicky, switchy here. Switch some things on. I got the fuel pumps on now. This isn't done by the procedures because I've got a mouse and I'm using a joystick, a handheld joystick. I'm not using my Yoke today. So let's kick her off and start her up. Now I'm just going to start the left engine first. There's the two mags, and kick off the left engine. There we go, very nice. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to keep talking to you about these dials here. You'll see the temperature gauges work, the fuel flow works. Now let's get the engine started on the right side. So switch on the magnetos. And it's not going to start. I left the mixture down on purpose, just like to test these little things, and they got great logic in here. You know, look at the mixtures, not at all. Let's put up the mixture and kick her off again. Now, I really like the sounds in this aircraft. If you listen to the sounds, it's absolutely fantastic. Gauges are paramount to flying it properly. So look at the right temperature going to rise. See? All these dials are very important. They work just like the real thing. It really blew me over. Certainly after I flew the real thing, it was pretty darn good. Let's get moving now. I'm going to test the parking brake. Well, let's do a few tests first. I'm going to try to do the parking brake later. I'm just going to do some sort of power check here on the left engine. I'm going to check the magnetos. Now, the upper right hand corner there of your screen, you should see there? That RPM should drop a little bit. And it does. These little details. See, that's the actual checks you do on an Aztec. And it works, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's very impressive. Let's try the props. You can hear the sound. And the dials are working appropriately. The RPM, the manifold, it works appropriately to the real thing, which is great. So this procedurally is great. Now, when I'm talking, I'm going to do the checks on the right engine. Now, as I said, I have flown this aircraft in anger for quite some hours, and I have to say, this is the best model I've found so far. So if there is another model that's better than this, do let me know. But the ALABEO one has served me well. So if you're the kind of person who may be doing training in this will help you with your procedures, no doubt about it. I can't get over the sounds as I'm going to the props. It really is very realistic. Now, also I'm going to show you the parking brake, because in the real thing, if you add full power on both engines with the parking brake on, it'll just move off. It won't hold the aircraft. So let's have a look.
It moves off the brakes. So enough nonsense, let's just take off and put the park brake in, and let's just take off now. Paying attention to the wheel procedures at all. So any of you who've off, and we are bombing down, and I'm just going to take a bit of pressure off the nose wheel to lift on its own as they do. Takeoff checks complete. Now what I'm going to show you next, just when I get a bit higher, I'm going to just listen to the sound of the engine. I'm going to sync the props, and you'll hear shortly the sound of the engine going woo, 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 and it's very irritating. So you sync the props to fix it. Listen to the sound, and just, I'll be quiet. Listen. Watch the blue levers. There you go, it's pretty much synced. I mean, it's really, really good. Listen to this now. Out of sync. In sync. Okay, so now we're just approaching overhead. I'm going to put the gear down, and we'll do a full stop landing. Oh, it's not coming down, only the nose wheel is coming down. I don't believe it. Why does this keep happening to me? This is just... No, I'll have to put it down. I'll have to recycle it. So hopefully it'll come up. I think it's coming up, because there's now the light is indicating it's up. Oh man. Let's try and put them down and see if we get... It's not working again. Sorry about this, guys. I'll come back to you in a second. I'll just contact her.
Daytona Tower, this is Aztec 229 Delta Sierra overhead. We have issues with our gear. We do not want to declare an emergency because there's so much goddamn paperwork involved. Tower 229 Delta Sierra, cancel your landing clearance, climb maintain 1000, and overfly the... Able to overfly 7 left at 1000. We'll check the gear for you right now. We're pretty sure the gear is not down, but if we can do a flyby and have your engineers up 9 Delta Sierra. 9 Delta Sierra, roger. There's traffic landing runway 16. Maintain 1000 at least, offset to the right side of runway 7 left, and we're going to check the gear. From copy that, we're just going to take a break here and have a slice of toast 9 Delta Sierra.
Number 9 Delta Sierra, roger. You want to do that first, or you want to do the low approach first?
Ordering toast is priority at this time, 9 Delta Sierra.
Number 9 Delta Sierra, roger. Let me know when you're ready.
Sorry about all this interruption. My passenger is really annoying me. But look, I'll come back to you at the end for...
9 Delta Sierra, how many people on board and the amount of fuel? 80 gallons of fuel, and the passenger is irritating. Repeat, the passenger is irritating, 9 Delta Sierra. Thank you.
Number 9 Delta Sierra, maintenance would like you to do a nice slow low pass. If you're comfortable with it, give them a wing up. They're going to be standing on the ATP ramp.
All right, thanks. 9 Delta Sierra.
Daytona Tower, Operation 9. My vantage point, the left gear looks partially down, still on the wheel well, only about a quarter of the way out.
Ops 9, roger, thank you. Number 9 Delta Sierra, the tower advises in, ops advises gear appears, still clears up.
Confirmed to 9 Delta Sierra.
Number 9 Delta Sierra, roger, make left traffic, if you would.
Negative, I'll do it, I like 9 Delta Sierra.
Number 9 Delta Sierra, Daytona.
Go ahead.
Number 9 Delta Sierra, your maintenance advises when you guys do come in, make sure the passenger's in the front if they're not already.
Passenger removed from the aircraft, 9 Delta Sierra.
Thank you.
Yeah, at this point I think we've exhausted pretty much anything mechanically that we can do, especially if we got the fluid pumping out the side like that.
I think I can get the gear up, 9 Delta Sierra.
Roger. Number 9 Delta Sierra, about how many low approaches you want to try before you come in for good?
Make a full stop on this one and butter it like that toast we had earlier, 9 Delta Sierra.
Number 9 Delta Sierra, roger. We'll get everybody in position down here so we're ready with a moment's notice.
Hurry up.
Roger.
Number 229 Delta Sierra, runway 16, clear to land. Wind 140 at 17, the altimeter 29er. 901, caution wake turbulence 757, departed runway 7 left.
Daytona Tower, show runway 16 closed.
We're doing it.
Daytona Tower, operation 9, RF2, RF1, like to proceed on 16.
RF2, proceed request on runway 16.
Like to cross 7 left, please.
Number 737 Whiskey Romeo, we just had a aircraft mishap, so I may need to send you around. We're checking runway 7 left right now. The aircraft in question had landed on 16.
Daytona Tower, show runway 16 closed.
We're doing it. Number 737 Whiskey Romeo, we just had a aircraft mishap, so I may need to send you around. We're checking runway 7 left right now. The aircraft in question had landed on 16, so we're waiting for runway 7 left to be released back to us. Just continue inbound for now, and just be advised you may have to go around.
Daytona Tower, operation 9, RF2, RF1, like to proceed on 16.
RF2, proceed request on runway 16.
Like to cross 7 left, please.
Cross runway 7 left. Number 737 Whiskey Romeo, we just had a aircraft mishap, so I may need to send you around. We're checking runway 7 left right now. The aircraft in question had landed on 16, so we're waiting for runway 7 left to be released back to us. Just continue inbound.
Well, that just happened. Landed on 16. They cut both engines, as you saw. Touchdown really smooth. Skidded off to the right side of the runway, looked like. I think they're still on the runway, but they